tell you about real quick. Contributors to the show are Evergreen Construction, Unlocked Mission, Mendota Valley Amusement, and more. We've even got a tubing sponsor, Apple River Family Campground. All right, Mick, take it away.
Thank you, Matt. This is the Mick experience in front of a live audience. A live audience full of chicken wings. I don't know how they're even going to get out of the studio. They're just going to crawl like the primordial ooze. Whatever that's, I don't think that's even a word I just said. Primordial, I don't know what it is. Anyway, we're really glad you guys are here. And if you're listening, wherever you're listening, maybe you're cleaning your basement, maybe you're cleaning your garage, you're cleaning your car, driving, I don't know what you're doing. But what I hope is happening is that if you turn this show on, you're still listening to it because you don't hear things like this. My objective for this show, outside of promoting the 30 Days Foundation, is to present things that interest me, that move me, that motivate me, that inspire me. Because I think if I'm inspired, if I feel all those things, maybe you'll feel my excitement as you listen to the show. I think this is a unique experience. That's why it is called the Mick Sterling Experience. Because I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea. I have no questions in front of me. I have nothing. I just have people in front of me, and I'm going to feel what I feel. And we'll see what happens. And if it falls flat, well, that's good radio too, because then you can laugh at me. So that's good stuff. We have about 6 minutes left, and I want to have PK Mayo and John and Steve do one more song. But at the time of this recording, I do want to bring up an amazing gentleman who sadly passed away by the name of Anderson D. Andy was a brilliant guitarist and singer-songwriter and producer who created a piece of work called Sweet Soul Sewage, which to me is like...
top 10?
Top 10 records of my life.
Ever.
I've never heard anything like it in my life. It's like the Beatles' White Album meets... Roger Miller.
Captain Beefheart.
Absolutely brilliant.
Frank Zappa.
Let's talk about Andy for a minute and just kind of explain to people how special he is.
I met Andy probably about 40 years ago now. We had a mutual friend, Mike Ronkanen, who was doing sound for Mully and the Haymakers, and he was getting to know Andy. And he calls me on the phone and he goes, "Man, I got to get you to meet this guy. You two have got to meet each other." He said, "This guy can talk about Ry Cooder more than you." And I said, "There's nobody that can talk about Ry Cooder." And he was right, and he could. But he, to me, was, when I met him, he knew everything that I wanted to learn. He already knew it. And he was playing it so perfectly, and I thought, I have to find a way to work with this guy. And I was fortunate to work with him on a few different things. And he was actually the one that brought me into the Rolling Blender Review.
Yep.
Superbenders. And we had a band called the Superbenders too. Me and John and Andy and Mike Ronkanen, and we did all kinds of crazy stuff in that band. You know, he played this big tabletop, this double neck Supro and stuff, lap steel. The phenomenal slide player, and we did a record together called The Dobros, and I was listening to it when I was coming down here, and we never had one discussion about who was going to play what, when, where. If we decided to do a song, we just brought the song and we just played it. But he would truly, you don't have access to Ry Cooder, you don't have access to David Lindley or Duane Allman or whoever it is, Muddy Waters or whatever, but you do have access to people like that.
Yeah.
And I excuse me, I gotta say, every night I play stuff that Andy taught me and then I learned from him, and I wouldn't be anywhere near the slide guitar player I am without him. And he was a true and trusted friend. And I haven't really dealt with his passing yet. And we have to go and say goodbye to him tomorrow.
He's a beautiful soul.
And it's going to be a rough one. But he was one of the funniest people that I've ever met in my life. And Kevin Bow, I'm just going to do this really quick.
Yeah.
Kevin Bow, I called up Kevin, and he goes, geez, I hate it when days suck, he says, and I said, yeah, I know what you mean. And we were talking about Andy's humor, and he said they were playing a gig with the Prophets somewhere early on, and it wasn't going well, and it was late, and nobody was listening to him, and the TV's on everywhere, and he said, I was really having a bad night. I was having a terrible night, Kevin, And he said, Andy, we're in the middle of a song, and Andy walked over to him and goes, I'm wearing Leslie's panties right now. So Kevin says, now for the rest of the night, every time I looked at him, I just saw him wearing these women's panties under the... That's the kind of stuff Andy could do. And he said, I forgot all about my troubles at that time. I forgot all about
That is Anderson D right there.
everything that was bothering me. And there was one outdoors once too when we were playing with the Blunders, and he turned around this way and he looks at me and he has these sunglasses on that almost took up his
Yeah.
whole face. I was in the middle of a solo. I couldn't play anymore. I was laughing so hard. And Mick's looking around going, what's the matter with everybody? I said, oh my God, But God rest your soul, Andy.
Yeah, Andy. We love you.
If you get a chance and you can find out anything from him, there's some YouTube stuff of him and I playing together. But he was a really, really wonderful player and a great human being.
Yes, he was. Paul, give the website for your music one more time before we
Yeah,
do one more song.
www.pkmayo.com, and there's stuff on Facebook. I don't know. Somebody does that.
We'll do it.
I don't.
With John Wright on the bass and Steve Lato on the guitar. One more time. PK
Yep.
Mayo, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, we're going to go out with this. We're going to go out with this tune. It's called Insane, and I wrote it for my wife because she drove me insane, so I married her. I figured life would be interesting, and it has been too. So here we go. One. Got my hand in your back pocket. That's my heart on your sleeve. You got my finger down in your socket. That's my sugar in your tea. Only everything about you, woman, that make me moan your name. Only everything about you, woman, that's driving me insane. Drive me insane. Mess with my brain. You got my ring around your bathtub. Oh, that's my rubber on your road. You got my amp down in the basement. Ain't by your zip code, oh my baby. Only everything about you, woman, that makes me moan your name. Only everything about you, that's driving me insane. Drive me insane. Mess with my brain. You got my butt down in your ashtray. Yeah, that's my fat cat at your door, Roy. That's my greasy hair, your pea trap. That's my name or your zip code. I'm moving in. Only everything about you, woman, that make me moan your name. Only everything about you, woman, that's driving me insane. Drive me insane. Mess with my brain.
On the Mick Sterling Experience, thank you to Brady's Credit Union and tonight's sponsor, Minnesota Valley Amusement, for having us, and we hope you enjoyed the show, folks. We'll see you around next time on the Mick Sterling Experience.
You've been listening to the Mick Sterling Experience from Utility Room A along the banks of the Minnesota River. Catch us each week right here, and don't forget to reach out.
That was nice.
To donate.
Lovely rock and
More
roll.
importantly, to receive help. Catch you next time for live music on the Mick Sterling Experience.
Oh, no.
Good job. That was great.